But again, I stressed to you, there's a reason that nobody is going on television about it, and nobody is speaking to have it recorded into a press book. And it's because of all the meth that's going around down there. It is so bad. There's some mean people down there in that area. And so anyway, we had the opportunity to meet a young man. And I've got a message for that young man at the end of this here, and I'll share it with you. But that young man had a story to tell. And he told me right out there in his driveway, after we were told to go see this person. And let me remind you, you've been looking for a red Toyota truck Tacoma with a ladder rack in the back of it, right? With some ladders in the back of it. We were told to go see this person, and we spoke with this person. And this person said that we should go to the horse pond. And he said that he spoke with Don Wells, which is the father of Summer Wells, approximately 3 hours is what he said, after she was gone missing. And that Mr. Wells had concerns about his daughter, but he talked about a book and talked about a sacrifice, okay? A sacrifice. That's what this man told me. So this is firsthand. He says he spoke with him directly 3 hours. Then he tells me as a reporter. And I say this as a reporter because that's important here in just a minute. So he goes on and says, you need to go check out the horse pond. And I said, where is the horse pond? He says, it's at Warrior Path. And that is kind of like a state park kind of thing where families go. They go horseback riding. They go in the lake out there and ride around and swim and so forth like this. But there is a certain area where a lot of families go that is a campsite area. And then there's another area that is a horse area, but other families go there to swim occasionally, okay? But he says that, this is what he said. I'm just telling you what he said, and we'll put this in print. But the man says that he was led to believe, okay, that this is what he thinks has happened. That, I have to be careful how I word this, that this is what he said. And I'm reporting to you what he said. He said that Summer Wells drowned at that horse pond. And when she drowned at that horse pond, the mother was upset about it and freaked out. And apparently it was an accident, okay? And in that accident, they brought the body home. Apparently nobody wanted to know anything was going on. That's what I got. And I asked that man that. Is that what you're saying? Nobody wanted to know? They didn't want anybody to know what was going on? He said yes. So he goes on and he says, I would go check the last construction site that Mr. Wells worked at. And I said, okay, do you know where it is? He says, no. I said, okay. And he was very adamant about it. He said, no, just no. And that was it. And so I'm going to show you a little bit of a video that we kind of changed around here. And then I'm going to have a message for somebody here. And I think this might work out, because the person that I spoke with, to my understanding, has a record. This person has warrants out for their arrest. This person is a felon. This person has some meth. This person doesn't look like they're on meth, but they might have sold meth. You see what I'm saying? And there are warrants out for this particular person. So I'll have a message for that person here in just a minute, but I'm going to show you. Anyway, I'm going to show you the video. I want you to pay close attention. All you internet sleuths out there, see if you see anything out of the ordinary. God knows we've looked at it 1,000 times. And this is a day's worth of stuff that we've just kind of condensed into 2.5 minutes here, because we're time constrained. But anyway, I'm going to show it to you. You take a look at it, and we're going to talk about it afterwards, okay? So here we go. It's just down the street. And to me, it looked sort of abandoned, but I thought it was strange because you got this old, everything's old around there, but see that blue flag out there? It looks brand hammer new, and it had a little kids thing on the end of it. And if you look in the window, that's a mannequin. A mannequin is there. Let me see if I can pull it up. There it is. I don't know. It's just kind of strange. I don't know. It's just kind of strange. We're just racking our brain. There's no trespassing signs up there, so we did not go on the property. The other area is this one. It is between that house I just showed you and the Wells home. See that yellow truck out there? That's an old Toyota Tundra or Tacoma. That's what that is. And if you look up here, there's a ladder rack up there at the top, and you see that big long ladder that's in the tree. So, and we're just kind of trying to speculate here on this one here. And I've told you what this individual has said to us. This is what he said after speaking with the father 3 hours after she was passed away, or not passed away, but missing. So I don't know. It's a strange thing, but so here's my deal. I want to make somebody a deal, and I think there's two of you out there. I think there's two of you out there that have felonies. I think that you have warrants for your arrest. I think that you know a little more than what everybody else knows, and I think that you could point us and law enforcement in the right direction of exactly where Little Summer Wells is. Exactly. So here's my deal to you. As a reporter, I will not tell any of my sources whatsoever. Any reporter out there is just like that. And we are covered by the First Amendment on that, okay? But here's the thing. There's $75,000 out there for any information leading to finding Little Summer Wells. If you will tell us, okay, and not go through law enforcement, because I know that's not what you want to do, because you're afraid you're going to go to jail. I'll do two things for you. If you will go through us and just tell us exactly, and it's got to be exactly where this little girl is, okay, then I will sign a contract with you that when the $75,000, because I'm going to go and tell the police where they are and then go out there and look and see, or if this little girl is there. If that little girl is there, then by telling the police department, then they will give us the reward of the $75,000. And in a contract with you and an attorney, I will give you that $75,000. That will be yours, your money. And I will also talk to the district attorney of Hawkins County and see if we can't, if he can't, do something with lowering your whatever you've got, your warrants that are out for your arrest and so forth, and see if law enforcement will work with you on that. But if you don't want that part, you want your name completely anonymous, that's fine. You're just simply giving us a tip, and we're going to give it to law enforcement. If that's it, then the $75,000 reward money is yours, and we will sign a contract to that fact. All we want is the little girl found, and that's it. This person has kind of given us an idea where to look, but we need to know exact. Don't just tell somebody, go down here to a state park, go to a construction site. No, an exact location. Okay, that's my deal to you. You tell us where it's at. You can keep law enforcement out of it. We'll give law enforcement the tip. When the $75,000 comes, we give it to you. We sign that into a contract with an attorney. That's our deal. And I wish we had it recorded when we saw him, because when we saw this guy, it was at the spur of the moment. It was at the spur of the moment. He just kind of came out of nowhere, and I decided to ask him a few questions, but we didn't have any time to pull out a camera or anything like that. And he would not give me his name, and he walked on off back up to his place. Didn't want to speak to us anymore. So But it didn't seem like when he was talking about a sacrifice, like the father sacrificed the kid, some satanic thing or something like that. It didn't seem anything like that. It was just saying that these type of things happen all the time, and he just called it a sacrifice. It's not like he wanted it to be that. He also said that he got religious on me. That's what he said. I said, religious on you? What does that mean? He said that's when he started talking about the sacrifice thing. So we're messing around and didn't have. I'm not going to get into it. Stick with the facts. Stick with the facts. We got that's the only thing we can do. That's where we got so many different things going on that you see on the internet. You don't know what to believe. You've got to stick with the facts. Stick with what the investigators have found and have put out there. So anyway, so how can this person get in touch with us? Facebook Messenger. My phone number is right there. Give us a call. Text me. Anything along those lines. That's how you get in touch with us. It's right there on Facebook, what you're watching right now. Share this with everybody you can in Rogersville. If you know anybody in the sheriff's department over there, share this with them. Share it, because this is exactly what we were wanting to tell them. And just call us back. That's all. We've called, we've emailed, we've done everything except for drive over there. And I figured that we could make a phone call and you guys would call us back, but nobody has. And
I read it. I could read it one more time for people that just came in. It says Detective John Pruitt of the Hawkins County Sheriff's Department in Rogersville, Tennessee, requested a polygraph examination of Fred Jr. Hill in connection with the ongoing death investigation. The investigation revealed that on February 14th, 2023, the victim's body was found. Okay, you see that it doesn't say they found his body off a cliff. It just said it was found off of the trail in Hawkins County, Tennessee. When you listen to that Fred interview with Ziggy, I don't know if I'd call it an interview, the video call. Did anyone else hear where Fred says that's Laurel Run Park? That's where it all started. That's where it started off at. Laurel Run Park. That's where it started off at. There's something there that he knows. So when I was trying to figure out what no opinion means, it means that they don't want to release yet what it says. They don't feel comfortable with giving an opinion yet. Either they don't want him to know what it says, or it's inconclusive and they can't determine whether he's telling the truth or not.
Quick, before we get cut off, what's going on? Anything you need me to tell anybody?
I just think get lawyers to send some money to you so you can move it to them accounts. They got all my stuff locked down, said I was under investigation over 2 murders.
What? You're under investigation under 2 murders?
That's what they're trying to say.
What the fuck?
I don't know what they're even talking about.
Oh my God.
That's just them fucking. That's just them fucking with me.
Wow.
They took all my shirts. Everybody that takes my name on the shirt for anything they take it. It's been crazy.
Wow. So you need money.
Your free call is now over. Please remember that you're telling.
Yeah, all kinds of wild stories he tell me, and I'll
how do we
just
know
leave
this
there.
and another one? How do we know he's not even making this up? Dead men tell no tales, right?
Exactly. He's just trying to get notoriety, money on his books. That's all he cares about.
And I thought it was convenient when I found out that old Cotton was dead.
Exactly. He's going to blame it on the dead man. Really? Wow.
Sometimes
And then-
people do things to get the, get the look off themselves. Blame it on a dead person. That's a good way to go.
Well, I'll guarantee you the detectives are trying to talk to him, but he keeps talking him way out in left field somewhere. And that's why I want to beat his ass so bad. Because he could be the person responsible for Summer's disappearance. Because he got meth heads going in and out of our road, day and night, all day long, all night long. And he could be the person responsible for Summer's disappearance. And he wants to sit there and talk crazy? The boy needs his ass beat.
Look at his fire shot.
He wants to play games after my daughter's disappearance.
That's what's so bad about it.
Yeah, exactly. When the police was up there at my house, I says, "You're not gonna go knock on Fred Hill's door or some of these meth heads around here?" I says, "Then let me the fuck out of the way and I'll go do it myself." And they says, "Well, we can't stop you, Mr. Wells. You're a free man." I said, "Yeah, that's right." And I went over there and I drove to his house and I about kicked the fucking door in. And he's like, oh, yeah. Well, I see some meth heads up there on the ridge, blah, 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 and talking all kinds of crazy. Yeah.
That seems awful suspicious to me.
Cannot get a straight answer out of him for nothing. And here he is playing games again on Ziggy's Live and everything else. Cannot get a straight answer out of him.
I watched.
Awesome.
He's